Hello, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining me for quick takeaways from Google Cloud Platform Next 2017. This is Holger Mueller from Constellation Research. Follow me at HOLGRMU on Twitter. Tons of tweets about not only the keynote today, but also the Analyst Summit, which was held yesterday, also neatly collected into story files. Check them out, and the one slide update is there too. So what is there to say about Google Cloud Platform 2017? Most importantly, this was only day one, the conference going on for day two and day three tomorrow. Much more things to come, which I'll probably cover, but I won't be there in person, so time to do my video here. Overall, impressive progress done by Oracle, and sorry for all the announcements here, which has happened in the last 12 months. Last year, it looked like a hastily put together event happening at one of the wharves at the San Francisco Harbor. I estimate maybe 1,000 people attending, definitely not more than 20 or so analysts and influencers were. Totally different story this year happening in a traditional setup in San Francisco at Moscone West. Over probably roughly 100 influencers attending, all the key analysts being there, sorry, all the key journalists being there. So totally different scale, much bigger, much more substantial. And I really hope that you can hear me through the scaffolding. So what are the takeaways? So there's no question that Google is serious about the enterprise, right? And they have made significant progress in signing of Diane Green, which is soon going to be 2 years in May coming up. In terms of understanding the enterprise better, there's almost a new management team in place in terms of go-to-market. They brought together G Suite and Google Cloud Platform under one umbrella, under the whole Sundar Pichai One Google thing. I think there's little question about that working out well for the company. And there's understanding that it has to get to the enterprise, no question about it. We'll think about if it's going to be enough. What hasn't changed is very clear that the thing that Google wants to make the carrot for enterprise to move to Google Cloud Platform is machine learning and the capabilities around that with AI. Tons of interesting demos. I did a demo about painting things in 20 seconds, and Google machine learning, whatever pattern recognition, was guessing what you're painting on a live interactive screen. I didn't even know I was such a good painter, or is Google machine learning so powerful? Who knows? And then other interesting demo, like taking pictures with your phone and translating them at the same time in another language. Tweets on that out there from the two. So interesting use case, interesting things to use apart from the general voice and speech with OK Google, which is working really well. They have a new head of machine learning, artificial intelligence, with Fei Lin joining from Stanford. Did a good presentation announcing the new things, which are around video processing, which is interesting because Google, of course, also has YouTube, and to find out what is happening in which video, or what is happening when. The example was good. I want to see videos which were coming from a beach. Interesting use case from that perspective. The big news really is that Google announced that they acquired Kaggle, who that's announced the open source, whatever, community for competitions and know-how, transfer around machine learning and predictive analytics. Very well known. Could be concerns that Google might be screwing things up and things might be getting too Google-ish. I think Google will understand to get this right and keep this open, but it could be a strategic move for Google to get all the community, all the understanding, the mindset, in a similar way how it's in the long-term investment with Chrome OS and the Chromebooks and the schoolbooks are slowly starting paying off now. Like Diane Green was saying, younger users, the so-called millennials in the enterprise, are very happy about getting G Suite instead of Microsoft Office. So in a similar way, getting Kaggle can be a key move, which we look back in 3-4 years, how Google cemented its position even stronger in machine learning. And then big announcement towards traditional enterprise IT. Bernd Leukert from SAP was there to announce that SAP HANA is certified on Google Cloud Platform. A big move. I mean, SAP is moving away from its own infrastructure to other infrastructures, has announced a partnership already with Azure, has announced a partnership with AWS for BW for HANA as an example. So clearly going to a multi-cloud deployment perspective When I spoke to Bernd Leukert at the SAP Capital Markets event a few weeks ago, it was clear that SAP really sees future on the SaaS and PaaS layer, not in the infrastructure as a service layer. And this is another indication Google was last cloud missing from that perspective. The HANA Express edition is already available. What still has to come is, of course, an interesting thing with now the SAP Cloud Platform just dropped the HANA recently, which runs on Pivotal. Pivotal won the partner award with Cloud Foundry. So things are coming together both for Cloud Foundry, from a multi-cloud perspective, on Google for offering a path that the enterprise likes to use, and SAP being a Google user. And then it was interesting, we had Colgate, who is the perennial SAP poster boy, early adopter, being on stage adopting G Suite and of course, using SAP HANA. So probably brought the two of them together. It was interesting to see the Colgate CIO on stage together with Diane Green and with Bernd Leukert, and it shows the power of customers. Also interesting, other customers there, conversation with Home Depot. Home Depot moved their servers over, had an uneventful Black Friday. Good for them, no question that it's sales. Green talked, of course, about Pokemon Go, the fastest growing, missized, classical showcase of something needing a lot of cloud elasticity. Very interesting showcase from that perspective. HSBC spoke about something interesting, which is also a key thing where Google is doing really well, which is getting rid of your conventional data warehouse on premise, moving data into the cloud, making it available there. Who did I miss from the key customers? Disney, of course. Disney was there again, updating on their move. Of course, also attracted by machine learning. At the very end, not at the beginning, Google chairman Eric Schmidt, a very good short presentation, really saying why companies should move in the cloud, because it's the new way of doing business. Also with tangible steps saying, move your compute there first of all, and then try to move the data there into new repositories. That's the Achilles heel. That's the overall challenge, that you need to find new storage vessels and migrate data, and then figure out, and Google will be there to help to make sense of the data and machine learning in a new way. So what's the overall my point of view? A lot of progress of Google. They're working very hard. There's no question about this. And it shows, right? Massive progress on the partner side, hundreds of partners. But then think about AWS signed up 10,000 supposedly, right? So we're talking about different factors. So definitely the team is moving fast. Definitely the team is working hard. Is it enough to meet the enterprise where the enterprise is? And I'm saying this because where is the enterprise? There's roughly 10, 11, 12 million servers left in the enterprise on-premise. 30–40% of them touch an Oracle system, right? And AWS has Oracle since a long time. Azure, it's almost 4 years ago, got Oracle, couldn't dent it, but this year Oracle might get the Oracle on-premise load to the Oracle cloud. And equally, where's the rest? Everything's virtualized in VMware. We know the VMware AWS interface is looming. Would be interesting to see if Diane Green can attract, as the former founder of VMware to also move on Google Cloud Platform. Who knows how these deals are done? Will be interesting area to watch. But that's where the enterprise is. And Google didn't show too much at this Google Next event so far. It's only Wednesday, to meet the enterprise where the enterprise is. What was the big slogan of last year, which we only heard a few times, and I think not in the keynote today, only yesterday in the Analyst Summit, and was Diane Green saying it. The enterprise is on Oracle, 30–40% of the system, and on VMware, and Google doesn't have an answer for that. Google does really well when it comes back to building new applications, probably in the best position across the cloud platforms, trying to balance things a little out there. The question is, how fast will the enterprise move there? Way too long, lots of blabbering in the background. Time for me to go back to San Diego, enjoy the rest of Google Cloud. Not Google Cloud Platform, Google Next 2017. 2 more days to come. This was Holger Mueller from Constellation Research. Follow me on Twitter at HolgerMU, that is HOLGERMU. Thanks for watching. Bye.